So, the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight, it really intrigues me, honestly. Um, you look at Jake Paul's fight history. You look at Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, a UFC champion, former champion. Fought at 170. He's going to fight at 190. Jake Paul can box, man. A lot of these guys like to discount his past fights, and reasonably so. You got a guy in Ben Askren who was older, out of shape. I think he weighed in somewhere around like 200, 210 pounds maybe. 40 years old. Had hip surgery 10 months prior to this fight. Well, to the fight he had with Jake Paul. And Nate Robinson, not really a well-known boxer. More well-known as an NBA player. And now he's fighting a guy who can really fight. A guy in Tyron Woodley who has real striking background and has a boxing background as well. So, with all that's happening, I do want to know what people think about this, honestly. In my opinion, I've been on the bandwagon. I have. At first, I thought that this was just some sideshow, a joke, some attraction, just trying to get some money, getting revenue towards the boxing community. For the Paul brothers who have made their living on a social media brand. These guys have, 19, 20 million subscribers on YouTube, on Instagram, and these guys have built a following that allows them to broadcast themselves in a way that a lot of boxers and other fighters haven't. They have a platform, they have podcasts, they have YouTube channel that's very successful, and these guys have found a way to monetize their talent. When it comes specifically to the Paul brothers, me personally, like I said before, I love what they're doing. I think that they're spicing the game of boxing up. They're spicing up the combat sports world. And they're bringing an element that a lot of guys in boxing don't really have. That's why this past fight with Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather was so intriguing to me. My uncle, me and him talk on the phone probably every day. And I bring this up all the time about Logan Paul and Jake Paul and these guys. And you can say whatever you want about Logan Paul, but the guy won 8 rounds. And for my subscribers, I'm not sure who actually took the time to save up the money or, take the time to go buy the fight. But to me, it was entertaining. It was. We got to sit back and watch arguably the greatest fighter ever, and no doubtedly the best fighter of our generation, fight a YouTuber who, let's just be honest, he held his own. He didn't get knocked out. Everybody wants to say, "Oh my gosh, this guy, he got knocked out in the second round and Floyd held him up." No, baloney. Floyd Mayweather went in there with the intentions of knocking this guy out easy, real quick, make quick money, make a big spectacle of it. It didn't happen. It did not happen. Floyd came in there, and whatever people want to say, everybody wants to say, "Oh no, Floyd wasn't going hard, he wasn't trying hard." No, Floyd was trying. He predicted a third round knockout. On the Showtime series that he had following the Logan and Mayweather fight, Floyd predicted a 3rd to 5th round knockout. And you saw it. He allowed Logan to tire himself out. First round, second round. Cool. Tire himself out. He was banking on the fact that Logan wouldn't have enough stamina to stand up. And he did. Now, if that was 25-year-old Floyd out there in the ring, Logan would have been pieced up. First round, second round at the very latest. Hit subscribe, thumbs up the video. But this new world of combat sports, boxing's gotten very stagnant. There's nobody out here now that is a Floyd Mayweather. You got Terrence Crawford, you got Earl Spence, you got Deontay Wilder, you got Tyson Fury. You got these great boxers, but they have no brand. People only know them as boxers, not as entertainers. Floyd's an entertainer. When he does his little documentaries showing off his money, when Floyd drives up in a Bentley to Met Gala, or he shows up to a rap concert and shuts the whole thing down, that's entertaining. People love to gravitate towards guys who have flash. Tom Brady's not flashy. He's not. When people tell me that he's the greatest quarterback of all time, everybody knows that. But right now, who's the best right now? Flashy young guys. Patrick Mahomes. Deshaun Watson. Josh Allen. Guys who are flashy. Guys who can do it in more ways that entertain the crowd. Being flashy is what makes the world... Well, being flashy is what attracts most of the world. America is flashy. We have the money, the resources, the culture to push things out in the world. That Jake Paul fight would have happened in China. Jackie Chan's not going to fight Yao Ming. For what? Money? No. It's not flashy. Flashy does not attract in China. Here in America, flashy attracts. And this spectacle that the Paul brothers have somehow put together, man, it's something else. But moving on more towards the Jake Paul and the Tyron Woodley fight, I mean, I like Jake's chances. That's why he's the odds bet. You know, guys are betting on Jake Paul over Tyron Woodley. I go to work every morning, 3:30 in the morning. I work at Walmart. And I talk to my dad almost every single morning about this. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, especially with the fight coming up now. My dad thought that Mayweather was going to knock Logan Paul out. Nope. Didn't happen. So now we're moved on to this topic. Can Jake Paul knock out Tyron Woodley? I think so. Tyron Woodley has an extensive striking background. He has plenty of knockouts. I'm not sure how many exactly, but I know for a fact he has plenty of knockouts. Jake Paul is 3-0. He has his victories over Nate Robinson and Ben Askren, and I can't really remember the first guy, but he's been training. He's 24 years old. He's going to fight at 190, and the guys in the boxing community are outraged, really, because of the money these guys are generating. UFC guys, boxing guys, kickboxers, they're outraged. $20 million, $30 million, $40 million for exhibition fights. But the fight with Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley will be sanctioned. It will count on their record, and it will be a real fight. Excuse me. I think Jake's got him. Personally, I think Jake's got him. I really do. It's going to be great. It really is. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great spectacle. I'm paying for it. You know, my dad, he's not buying it, whatever, because he said that that this is all just a circus. It's all for money. It's because boxing's gotten weak. But, oh well. Moving on. NBA. So, last night, I watched the Suns close out on, who they play? Oh, yeah. The Suns closed out the fuck. Oh, anyways, Chris Paul played amazing last night. The Nuggets. Chris Paul played amazing last night. 36 years old. He scored 37 points. I wish we could redo the MVP voting. Don't get me wrong. Jokic played amazing this whole season. But as a 7-footer who averaged 28 points, 9 assists, he should have done more. This series should have gone at least 6 games. And now it's a sweep. Suddenly LeBron doesn't look so weak. What LeBron has had to do and put on his shoulders for the last, 15 years is unprecedented. LeBron James carrying, teams of YMCA players to the NBA Finals is crazy, really. Now we see with Kyrie down, can KD carry his team to the conference finals? Can he? I don't know. He's never had to. He had Westbrook before, Ibaka. He had a great team in OKC. Then he goes to Golden State, a super team. Kevin Durant has been a part of a super team for the last 5 seasons. Chris Paul is 36 years old, and every team he's ever gone to has improved drastically. Drastically improved. Chris Paul, in my opinion, is the 3rd best point guard of all time behind LeBron James and Magic Johnson. And yes, LeBron is a point guard. We live in a world where we think that we always want the new toy. We always want the new thing. We always want the new phone. The hot young girl, the hot young guy. That's why there's always categories on porn for MILFs and cougars. The guys who are sleeping with them are a lot younger, obviously. Luka Doncic is amazing. He's at home right now. Trae Young is carrying a team to a point where they shouldn't even be at. They're not going to the finals. We all know that. The best players in NBA right now are 10 to 15-year vets. I like Tatum. I like Mitchell. I like all these guys. I love Donovan Mitchell. I think he's going to be a superstar. I think he's Dwayne Wade 2.0 with a better 3-point shot. Everybody knows that. I like Porzingis. He's not healthy. I like these guys. Karl Anthony Towns. I like these. I like the Dame Lills of the world. He ain't Steph. They aren't Durant. They're not LeBron. They're not Chris Paul. The same guys who were great 10 years ago are still great right now. It's 2021. 10 years ago, LeBron and Kevin Durant were trading scoring titles. The NBA has changed. It has changed. There are really good young players that are pushing these older guys now to show you just how great they really are. I don't know if Tatum, I don't know if LaMelo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Zion, I don't know if these guys are going to be amazing still 10 years from now. But one thing I know for a fact, 2 years from now, LeBron's still going to be great. Chris Paul's still going to be great. Kevin Durant's still going to be great. All these guys here are still going to be top 10 players in the league. The skill set, the work ethic, you can't match it. Again, thumbs up the video, hit subscribe, Another thing on my mind that's really been sitting on my mind, and the state of the rap game. I'm not sure if all my subscribers are avid rap listeners, hip hop listeners, R&B listeners. What's going on with rap right now? Honestly, what's going on with rap right now? Who's the best in the game? I've been keeping up. The Baby, Drake. I heard that Future was coming out with some new shit. Where is it now? Where is it now? I mean, we've already made the adjustment from gangster urban rap now to more of a more hype, upbeat, no matter where you're from, just speak your mind kind of rap. A lot of these rappers who are out now, they're not from Atlanta. They're not from Philadelphia. They're not from Compton. These guys are coming from the suburbs. They're finding ways to harmonize beats. They're finding ways to appeal to what's already out there. That's why there's so many songs being sampled now. They're appealing to more than just one demographic. And it's working. These guys are putting their songs in TikTok videos, YouTube videos. They're putting them in all kinds of things now. They're making money. And an ass load of it. If you look at record sales and streams, you can't compare. Streams now are just blowing record sales out of the water, because back in the day you had to pay $20, $15 to listen to 2 songs on an album. Back in the day, you would have to wait until the CD was available at your Best Buy or your Radio Shack or wherever the fuck y'all went back in the day. I'm 26. Back in those days, I was like a little boy. I didn't buy that stuff. I grew up with the iPod, iPhone. I remember those little, mini clip players, the video nows and all that, but times have changed. Streams dominate record sales. Very few people are going out now and buying an actual physical CD. I don't even know if they even make them anymore, to be honest. Before, it was a big deal to get 100 million streams. Now that's the bar. If you can't get 100 million streams off of your album, it's going to flop. Not flop, but it's not going to be as successful. 100 million streams is the equivalent to 30,000 sales in 1 week for an album. That's, one small town in America, maybe? Somebody I'm coming around to a lot more. I have a girlfriend, and she's listened to a lot of Moneybagg Yo. Now, I have a mother, and she also listens to Moneybagg Yo. She's getting more culture. She's getting, she's getting younger in the mind and whatnot, but older in the body. And recently, I've been starting to listen to this guy, and I love what he has to offer. I like his vibe. I like his flow. I like the way he rides on tracks, and I love the beat selection. I definitely love the beat selection. I really do. Rappers nowadays are definitely one-trick ponies. With the exception of these guys who learn to evolve with the times, like the Baby. Drake obviously being, the one rapper who has evolved with all the times. If you can not rap about more than one subject or one subject matter, you won't last long. Especially in the mainstream. In the early 2000s, grinding, that was the height of Pusha T. Where is he at now? He rapped about cocaine for 20 years. Some guys in the streets still like that. Some guys in the streets still love his music. He's a lyricist, but he'll never be on BET Top 10. He'll never be MTV Top 10. He'll never, win an award. No. Content creating itself has hit an all-time minimum. all-time minimum. There's a good bit, I think, that I heard from a comedian about another comedian. They said that there's only about 10 comedians in the world right now who are writing jokes. The rest of them are all, vernaculars and different kinds of interpretations of that joke. So these jokes aren't really being written by all these comedians who are saying them. They're being regurgitated, putting a little spin on it and whatnot, and put out there on these little small comedy clubs. It's a shame, really is, but content creating itself is an art. And that's what I'm trying to portray into the world right now by Keep Talking. This little podcast that I've started up. And I know that eventually it's going to get to be more. It's going to be more and more. And hopefully this week I can get Big E or Kevin McRae, a local rapper, on here. That's what, that's the plan. And want to end the video by saying, if you guys are supportive of local businesses, please support Big E Dice Man and his local merch. I'm going to put the link in the bio below, in the comments below. And keep talking, guys. Another video, and we're back at it.